comfort zone. Mavis pulled into the yards at Farquhar and was just about to uncouple her stone trucks and head back to the quarry when Thomas raced past with the breakdown train. "What's going on?" Mavis asked. "Percy's had an accident." "Is he alright?" But Thomas was already out of sight. "I hope Percy is alright," she said to herself. The Fat Controller arrived in his car. "May I ask what happened, sir?" Mavis asked. "Percy collided with the lorry on the crossing just outside the quarry. I'm afraid he will have to go to the works, and the crossing will need to be repaired before we can send trains back up to the quarry again. It will take a couple of days." "But what about me?" Mavis asked, worried. After all, the quarry was her home. "Don't worry, Mavis. Your manager has said you can help out here until the quarry crossing is repaired." For the rest of the day and the next morning, Mavis looked after Percy's trains along the branch line. She was enjoying herself. It was good to get out of the quarry and had a change of scene to see the entire branch line. "You like the change of scenery?" Toby asked. "I enjoy it very much. Puffing up and down the line. It's different compared to working at the quarry. I hope I do get a chance to pull passengers. I never pulled them before." One day, her chance came. She was resting at the sheds when the station master came up. "Thomas has been called elsewhere, so he won't be able to take the passenger train. Mavis, you will have to pull it." "Oh, yes, sir," said Mavis excitedly. "Go gently. You can bump trucks, but you can't bump coaches. I've seen you around pulling trucks all the time." Mavis was nervous as he backed down onto the coaches. She gently coupled up. "Very smooth," the driver said. "Well done." The guard blew its whistle and Mavis set off. Mavis pulled along smoothly. She did have some lessons of pulling passengers from Toby. Sometimes she would take Henrietta up to the quarry to take the workmen down to Farquhar for a break and bring them back. Mavis pulled into Knapford Station in fine style. "Thank you, Mavis. Very comfortable journey." "It's my pleasure." "You're much better than Thomas and Percy put together," said another. "I wish you could pull passenger trains every day." Mavis was very happy with herself. Then she saw Oliver backing up into the station. "Did you do your entire run backwards?" she asked. "Yes. The turntable at Owlsdale is broken. We can't turn around between runs." "But how do you see where you're going?" "I don't," Oliver replied. "Isabel and Dulcie both have cabs inside, so that way my driver can drive me from either one of them." "That's clever," replied Mavis. Oliver chuckled. "It comes in handy. They both have bells too, in order to talk to me." Half an hour later, Mavis had been turned around and was ready for her return journey. Out of habit, she bumped the coaches slightly as she backed down onto them. As Mavis moved out, she felt a strange jerk on her rear coupling. "That doesn't seem right," Mavis said to herself. But her coaches came along smoothly, so she didn't think any more of it. As they went up a slope, she didn't hear there was a crack behind her. Bertie the bus, who was coming the opposite direction, saw it and told Mavis and her driver that her train has broken away. Her driver looked back to see that the coaches had ground to a halt. They reversed backwards and the guard came over to see what was going on. The driver and the guard found the problem. The coupling had snapped and come off. We don't have any spare couplings, said the guard, so there's no way we can get the train over to Farquhar like this. Mavis have an idea. Why not I push the coaches? Then, how can you see where you're going? Said the driver. The guard can go to the front coach and can whistle to talk to me. Well, I guess we can give it a shot, said the guard. Mavis ran round to the back of the train and was coupled up, as the guard walked to the front coach. By then, it was already late. Mavis pushed the coaches on and tried to make up for lost time. She reached Farquhar on time and without any further incidents, as Mavis gently brought the train into the platform. After she was done, she backed into the shed. She noticed Thomas and Toby at the sheds as well. They glanced over. Did you break a coupling, Mavis? Thomas asked. Mavis quickly explained what had happened. But how do you see where you were going? Toby asked. I had the guard looking out for me in the front coach. I got the idea from Oliver and his other coaches. I see. That's good thinking, Mavis, both engines replied. The next morning, Percy had returned from the works, and the Falcon controller informed Mavis that the quarry crossing had been repaired, and Mavis can go back to the quarry. She took some trucks along with her, and she couldn't help feeling a little bit relieved. Yes, she had enjoyed the change of scene, but it would be good to get back to normal.